Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Leonard, you're watching the product review, and today we will talk about the Lenovo S2 Smartwatch. Now, I gotta be honest with you guys, I didn't even know that Lenovo has smartwatches, so it was kind of like a surprise as I was stumbling over it on the internet. And I thought to myself, let's buy it, let's see what it can do. Now, I was wearing this watch for the last couple of days, day and night, and here's my full in-depth review about the Lenovo S2 Smartwatch. I guess we can call this watch a budget smartwatch or a beginner smartwatch since this one doesn't have too many features. Well, it comes at a price of 35 euros, which isn't that expensive, and I actually didn't buy it on Amazon or on the Lenovo official store since they don't have it on the official store for some reason, so I bought it over here at a local store. Now you can buy it on Amazon, but for some reason it was like twice as expensive, so it was like around 70 euros. But anyways, this watch has a 1.4-inch TFT display with a resolution of 240 by 240 pixels. So it's actually the same resolution as the Polar Advantage M2. I guess it's probably the minimum resolution that you need to make it at least look decent. It comes with a 20mm kind of sturdy fabric strap, which you can get in the colors red, blue and red. Now, through my testing, I wouldn't suggest using this watch for sports or swimming since the sweat will wear down the strap. The Lenovo S2 has a 180 mAh battery, which provides you with enough power for about 7 days. Well, it's more like 4 or 5. Up to some features, and let's start with the activity tracking features. Overall, you only have 9 different sport modes: running, climbing, walking, cycling, football, basketball, ping pong, badminton and swimming. As with a lot of cheaper smartwatches, I miss a freestyle or strength mode since I guess that's what a lot of people need as well. Like if you're at home doing some YouTube workout programs or lifting weights, well, but at least you have the standard workout programs. You also get a sleep tracker, which works just fine in my opinion. On the watch itself, you only see how much you slept last night, so if you want to see a little bit more, you gotta open up the Lenovo Smartwatch app. Over here, you can see your sleeping stats for the last night, week or month, or even the year. And it tracks your deep and light sleep, as well as your awake time. You also get to see when you fell asleep and woke up, which seems about right to me. Of course, this watch is also tracking your heart rate as well as the daily steps. Now, the daily steps are okay-ish. So the other day I was taking like 9,000 steps and I had my Polar Advantage M2 on, which I don't have on right now, but I had it on when I was taking the steps. And this watch was only off like 500 steps on 9,000 steps overall. So it was pretty good, considering this is a 30-euro watch. Whereas the heart rate tracking isn't the best. So you can put the watch on continuous heart rate tracking or manual, which sounds pretty good at first, but it really tracks your heart rate in a real awkward way. The app tracks 1 hour periods and only tells you your heart rate range, but you cannot click on any of these periods to see more details, which is quite annoying. So it definitely tracks your heart rate continuously, since otherwise it wouldn't know the maximum and minimum heart rate, but it doesn't tell you. And I mean, like, why? It would be so much easier and so much better to just see that. But anyways, on the app you can see your heart rate stats for the last week, month or year, and on the watch you can only see your current heart rate. Let's talk a little bit about the widgets and the navigation on your watch. So swiping left and right will get you to the sleep and heart rate widget. Swiping up gets you to your notifications, even though I gave it auto permissions and even double checked it, but you only get WhatsApp notifications. So swiping up gets you to the quick panel. Right here you have your sport modes, find my phone, a stopwatch, settings, watch faces, and a power button. With this watch you can choose between 3 different watch faces. You have 2 digital watch faces and 1 analog watch face. In the settings you can set your brightness to 6 different levels and can set the screen timer. Now let me tell you some things that I noticed so far in my testing. And the first one is that you don't get a quick summary after your workouts, so which is quite annoying. So you gotta rely on that the watch is synchronizing with your phone pretty fast, but it doesn't do it since it takes up to a whole day until it synchronizes. But it's not only with the sport modes, it's also with your steps, your burn calories or your sleep, which is super annoying. And if it's synchronizing, you don't get to see a whole lot. So of course you cannot just go to the previous sport mode and click on it and see all of your stats. Nope, it's not working like this. You have to go to the history section, and over there you get to see 3 different stats, which are your burn calories, steps and the duration and the day that you was doing the exercise. But you don't get to see your mileage, your pace or the heart rate, which is very important to most of the runners. And I'm not done yet. Next thing is that the buckle of this watch is kind of like a little bit loose and the strap feels a little bit cheap on your wrist. At least the case itself doesn't feel that cheap. Well, that's a plus point, I guess. So the Lenovo S2 has a shake to take a photo feature, which was not working in the beginning, but as I was getting it to work, it wasn't that overwhelming. So everything which is like further away than an inch from your lens is blurry since it just cannot focus, which is quite annoying. Now for last, the bands are easy to change and the magnetic charger doesn't come off that easy, which is nice to have. So in my opinion, you should not buy the smartwatch. Now, of course you can if you want to and test it for yourself, but it fails in the most basic features and it takes up to a whole day until it synchronizes, which wouldn't be that bad if you see some stuff on the watch itself, but you have to wait until it's on the app. So it's a cheap watch and it definitely feels like it. So folks, that's already it for the video. If you liked the video, don't forget to leave a like and consider subscribing if you want to be part of the community. It only takes 2 clicks, it's for free, and it will help me out a lot. With that being said, see you next time. Peace.